How many of you want to take up a job after your course is done? Okay. So you may find this interesting. For those who don't want to take up a job, there's still something interesting that you can ask, right? I don't want to present anything. I don't want. In fact, I have nothing to tell you, but I would love for you to ask me a lot of questions. Yeah. Uh, so thank you to your colleague for the introduction. So I run a headhunting business, uh, which essentially means we hire candidates for companies for specific roles. So I've been doing this for a bit, and I myself have done my MBA. So I think I know a little bit about jobs, careers, and placements, right? I've also been visiting number of campuses for hiring people. So I would urge all of you to take advantage of whatever little knowledge I have and ask me a lot of questions about um, whatever you seek further, right? Uh, very quickly, how many of you are want to do a career in finance? Okay, so that's about 15% of the class, roughly. Okay. Marketing? Oh God, that's about 50% of the class. Supply chain and operations? Just one guy. Good. Oh, two. Okay, so we got two. Two is 1% of your class, no less. What else remains? HR. Okay, four. That's about 1.5%. And what else remains? Sorry. Business analytics. Oh, okay. Yeah. How many of you want to do that? Oh, I thought so many people vying for business analytics. Okay, so that's 5%. What do the rest of you want to do? Not sure. How many of you are not sure what you want to do? Just two are honest, three. Three people are honest, they're not sure what they want to do. The rest of you are all sure about what you want to do next, huh? I was very unsure. I'm still unsure what I want to do. No, I'm kidding. Don't worry. I was unsure when I was in your shoes. Yeah. Okay. So, does anybody already have some questions for me? You're not warmed up as yet. Yes, gentleman at the back. You're part of the reception committee, no?
Jain sir, my name is Ayush. Yes, I am the part of reception community.
Yeah, you're very fit. You were climbing stairs faster than the elevator. So,
Thank you, sir.
well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please tell me.
Sir, I have this question that is sales only all about communication or are there other aspects to it?
Sales.
Yes.
Oh, there are a lot. Okay, good question. And please have a seat. Sales is a very interesting field. It's far more than communication. Um, so, one of the most attractive features in a salesperson is what? How many of you think it's appearance? Okay. Uh, any other answer? Manipulation. Believe it or not, it is knowledge. Subject matter expertise, and we are not selling bananas, right? We are not selling commodities. We are selling Either it could be a service, it could be a product, it could be a mix of the two. The biggest factor in successful sales is knowledge about the product, the industry, the client industry, the need, and your ability to think on your feet and correlate that while looking at the proposition from the point of view of the client. So, unlearn what you think sales is all about. Of course, it helps if you have great communication skills. It is imperative that you have great negotiation skills. It is super helpful to be a relationship builder. Super helpful. But if you don't have knowledge, somebody else will, your competitor will. So, a lot of people think sales is about walking into the room, wearing a suit and a tie, and uh, just pulling the wool over the client's eyes. It is far from that. Also, the client knows all the. So nobody is now dazzled by people walking with a suit and tie. That only is like a 1 minute impression. But what sticks is your ability to get or to convince that you understand whatever the problem the client is trying to solve through your product or service. And of course, it helps to be a great relationship builder. And therefore, what is a must in sales? IQ and EQ. Very important to also understand what is not being said. So, can you imagine what is not being said in a sales process? Sorry? Can you pass on what 28 words?
Jai Hind, sir. My
Jai
name
Hind.
is Rohan. Somewhere I read that there are a list of 28 words which should not be included in the sales pitch.
No, I'm not saying a sales pitch. What does the client not tell you that you need to understand?
Um, what is his quotation? Maybe his
No.
budget.
Yeah, well, what could be his budget? Yes, of course. What else will the client not tell you? Client may just tell you the budget also. Yes.
Right, sir. I am Omkari. I think he will not tell us exactly what his problems are. We have to identify why he is buying that product, and
Could be he may not even know what his problems are.
so we have to identify.
Exactly. Exactly. What else?
Jain sir, myself Raj, he will not tell the marginal profit which is getting from the competitors.
No, it's not about what we don't tell. Of course, we are not going to tell anything.
Okay.
Uh, what is that he won't tell you or she won't tell you? No, it's yeah. Anybody here? No? Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Anushka. Our question is a bit personal to you, apart from sales. I would like to know.
No, but we'll stick to this question now.
Okay.
I'll come to you once I'm done with this.
Okay, sure.
We'll first finish this topic, yeah? Somebody want to say something here? Yes, gentlemen, second row.
Jain sir, my name is Navnit. Uh, the person sitting in front of us might not tell us the expectation of theirs from us.
okay, expectation usually is articulated. What they don't tell you is yes.
Jain sir, I'm Manasvi Sabu. They will not have the technical knowledge of the product, what exactly it offers. So it's the responsibility of the sales
May or may
person.
not, may or may not. Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Prasad Kirkar. Most of the time, clients have confusion what they exactly want. They don't have clarity.
Yes, I think we discussed that. Gentlemen, the fourth row.
So they will not tell us what product they want actually. So we have to figure out what is best for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we discussed. In other words, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen, in the fourth row. Yeah.
Jai Hind, sir. I'm
Jai Hind.
Sagar Upadhyay. My point is same as he said. The client will not say whether he
Anything different?
wants or needs, sir.
Yes. This section is awfully quiet.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Zubhay Pratap Singh, and the client won't say how eagerly he the product from us. Like he might give
Yes.
us a
You're
blunt
close.
reaction.
You're close. You're close. Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Abhishek Sharma, and I think a smart client will never show you that he is desperate about your product.
Um,
Like
desperation is relative, but there's a business term for that. Yes, you want to say something? Yeah. So okay, I will. Anybody from this section? Yes. Yes. Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Kshitija. The client will not actually show that he or she has actually liked the product or excited about the product. So the salesperson
You're
will try to
close.
convince.
You're close. May or may not be. What is very important, whether he's liked, whether that dislike the product, what the client will never express in as many words is what is the value that the client is getting out of your product or service. What does that mean? Anything that is purchased has to have some value for you. Why would you otherwise buy anything? This gentleman here is wearing a watch. Now he's bought the watch because it has a value. What is the value of a watch? Really? Show status, correct. You watched the Titan documentary, very nice. Clearly, right? It's not about time. Like, I don't use a watch. Why? I don't feel the need to demonstrate status through a watch. I think a mobile phone is enough to tell me time, and that's the only utility. So you can try and sell a Rolex to me and I'll say, okay, thank you, but that has no value to me. But somebody may feel very special about Rolex because they feel that's useful to demonstrate status. And that's what you have to figure out as a sales guy. So for the misconception or the stereotype of a sales guy that you would have had through media, through education, through movies, etc., abandon that. Sales is an extremely intelligent function. You have to be not only a very good communicator, relationship builder, you have to think on your feet, you have to be extremely knowledgeable, and you have to hear what is being said very well and hear what is not being said even better. And what is the other advantage of sales or being in sales? Sorry? Yeah, incentive, of course. Sales people can make a lot of money if they do well, right? That's one. But what is the real advantage of being in sales and that you guys should know at this moment? You make network, yes. What else?
Sir, we get to know what products and services are actually in demand in the market. So
What's the real advantage? Some real path-breaking advantage. All this is obvious.
We bring money to the company.
Exactly. You are the guy who brings money into the company. What do you think? Are you important for the company? Yes. Super important. No matter how good the car is, no car can run without fuel. Money is the fuel that will run the company. So the likelihood of a salesperson becoming the CEO is highest. And that is why I wanted to spend enough time, and thanks for the question, the gentleman at the back, for people to understand why sales and what is sales, because most of us Indians don't like to do sales. I didn't like to do sales before it became imperative that I do sales. I learned sales on the job, no training, formal training, etc. But I absolutely love doing sales now. I'm an engineer. I'm as technical a person as it could get 15, 20 years ago. No love for sales. But if you ask me to do anything else now, I'll say, thank you very much. My cup of tea is sales. It just gives me a horizon that no other function can do. So, okay, so this is for all of you to understand that at some point of your career, if you have to make a choice of doing sales, be aware at least that this is going to open a whole world of opportunities. It is not something sales ko haath lagaya to har ke andar. It's something very, very important for a business and has to be done. Okay, clear? So now, what was your question? Personal question.
Jain, so my name is Anushka. My question to you was, would you be able to share the most underlining challenge that you have faced in your career?
Sorry, what kind of challenge?
The most underlining challenge that you have faced in your career throughout your journey?
Keep the challenges are never ending. So I'm leading a business for last 15 years. I think every year is a challenge. Sometimes the challenge is how to grow fast. Sometimes in COVID the challenge was how to how to see it to the next year without letting go of people and without with maintaining some semblance of this thing. So I think I'll put it differently. I mean, Iran war has caused a challenge. Many of our clients have had 70% increase in their raw material prices.
Thank you, sir.
Then recruitment gets impacted. But what is very important is to still understand the first principles of a business, which is how do you take care of people, how do you take care of cash flow, how do you take care of customers, and and of course profitability. If you are still able to do this by balancing various business levers, then I think you can get through. Yes, more questions.
Jain sir, my name is Rohan. Sir, so in many of the movies and reels we have seen a popular question asked in a sales interview that sell me this pen. So how do we actually sell the pen?
Thank you for asking this question. Don't watch movies and reels to learn management principles. I hope that answers your question. Yes.
Jain sir. Sir, my question is, many of the people dream about getting into a specific company, but not all of them are able to. So what can they do to build an exceptional career?
Okay. Thanks. I think your question has two parts. How do you prepare for getting into a company of your choice or your aspiration? And two, how do you build a career? Which
Not exactly. My question was if certain people, those who don't get into the company of their choice, then how can they build an exceptional career without getting into their dream companies?
I don't think anybody gets into companies of their choice. Very few. top 1% of any B school would get into the companies of their choice. So how do you build an exceptional career is what you need to focus on. Getting into a company of your choice is how do you prepare for an interview, how do you ensure that you put up a strong candidature. So there are two parts to your question. So we'll address the second part first. How do you build a strong career? So you guys tell me, how do you build a strong career? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think girls will get this and listen carefully. You can learn something from here.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Anshika Kandele, and I think the most important thing is to keep learning and have a domain knowledge.
Okay, so keep increasing your knowledge and expertise. Okay, what else? Yes. Of course, I'll add my points to it, but most of the knowledge is conventional. So.
Jain sir, my name is Shivangi Chauhan, and problem solving is the skill we required in sales.
Very good. Sales, but we are not talking about sales only. He is asking about a good career. Sales ho gaya. But problem solving is a very important skill to have. Why? This is a very good point Shivangi has made. Why do you think problem solving is important?
Jain sir. So problem solving help us in decision making? And
no.
Jai Hind sir, making good connection in corporate life.
By problem solving?
Yeah.
Okay, there must be some connection to that connection, but I am not getting it.
Okay.
So, why is problem solving important?
Jai Hind sir, I am Om Tiwari. I think by problem solving we create the value that the customers require from our products or services.
Yeah, it's not just the customer, it's the company also.
Yes sir.
Most people in corporate world are problem reporters. ये नहीं चल रहा है. वो डिलीवरी नहीं हुआ टाइम पे, मशीन खराब हो गया, वो आया ही नहीं, क्लाइंट पैसे नहीं दे रहा है, कंपटीशन ने रेट कम कर दिया, क्लाइंट फ़ोन नहीं उठा रहा है. There will be a long list of problems on why things cannot be done. I am not kidding. Most of us culturally are fatalistic. What does that mean? Do you understand fatalism? What can we do? God did not give us. What can we do? Crops failed, बारिश नहीं हुई. What can we do? Crops failed, बहुत बारिश हो गई. It is inherent in our culture to say that what can we do? ये तो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है, नसीब में नहीं था. All of you understand Hindi, I am assuming. If not, I'll stick to English. Yeah. So fatalism is inherent in our culture. Very few people are taught that the buck stops at them. What does that mean? If I have employed you, my simple question to you, why are you here then? What is your job? Your job is not to show activity, your job is to show result. Busyness has no value unless you can get things done. Now internalize this, okay? This is single most important thing to build a strong career. Your ability to get things done. Problems are given, that's why you have a job. If there was no problem, why would intelligent people be required? Why would any company employ you if there was no problem? Of course there are going to be problems. In fact, more problems that there are, higher value that the job will have. So don't get into a habit of going back and saying, no, वो तो नहीं हो रहा, मैं क्या करूँ? My direction to my team is very simple. Here is the task that you have to do. Here is a timeline. You have task and timeline. That remains sacrosanct. This thing needs to be delivered by this time. Now, whether you want to work 1 hour a day to do it, you want to work 24 hours a day and do it, that's not my business. Will it be a straight line, easy task? Never. Why would I hire you if it was a straight line thing? I'll go to school dropout facility somewhere, hire the cheapest guy if there's no problem, right? If I hire an MBA, why would I pay anybody for a job which can be done so simply? So there are going to be problems, and onus is on you to find a solution of that. You can ask for help. Help will be available. But if you are not able to still deliver, that's on you. That's not on the complexity of the task. The task is obviously going to be complex. Now think about it. People who are able to deliver time and again, irrespective of the challenge that the task poses, are people who are going to have great reputations, are people like me will always pick on their team and give higher and higher roles, because I know this guy can deliver. This guy will problem solve. This guy will not be a problem reporter. For the rest of your days, if you take a single thing out of this session, for the rest of your careers, in fact lives, don't become a problem reporter. There are enough in this world. Become a problem solver. So thank you, lady at the back. I was very sure that the ladies will get this. Clear? Of course, it helps to build relations along the way. It helps not to be, to make genuine friendships, and that's not just people you go out and have a drink with. People you actually give professional advice, help, and are extremely sincere. So the other thing that counts a lot is your word. What does that mean? If I say I'll do something, I will do that. If you build a reputation as a extremely ethical guy whose word stands for something, guess what? People don't want to work with others. Enough people, especially in this country, who will not deliver. So one of the things I like about IIEBM is whenever I walk in here, everybody is seated, everybody is on time. I am never late anywhere, and this place sort of resonates with me in terms of that discipline. So that's another thing that some of you may feel very fidgety about. Why we are adults? Why are we made to wear a uniform? Why are we here on time? Why is this so strict? Trust me, it's one of the biggest blessings that you can have in your adulthood, if you have not learnt already in your earlier days, is discipline. Shocking, right? We're still talking about discipline in adulthood. The shocking part is, it should be very obvious in adulthood that you need to have discipline to come across as a professional, and most people in corporate life don't have it. So one of the ways to build a very strong career is to carry yourself in the professional life with utmost discipline. Okay, so that's part B. Some pointers to part A now. How do you do well in a job application? Let's start with the application first. So what do you guys do? Send your CVs? Yeah, resume, CV. Uh, what do you want to put on the CV? One at a time. Okay. This lady here. Yeah. Do you have work experience? How will you mention? Question is for you. What will you put on your CV? What skills did you develop? Just think about this, right? Now, this is a very important thing for all of you. What will you put on your resume? Most people have no clue. You sure you know what you want to put on your resume? Yeah, please tell me.
Jai Hind sir, my name is Pramita. So actually I'm already I have worked for 1 year, so I have an experience. So in the CV, first of all, we put our skills, and I have skills like designing skills, and I have also done an internship on content research, and also as I have hobbies of as I'm professional dancer, classical dancer. So I will put that, and also my academic details in that, and also that I have, if I am planning to work on another sector, so I will put my previous experience on the CV and my contact details as well.
How many professional dancers here? 3, 4, 5. No boys? No boys dance? 6. Okay, 6 तो इधर ही हो गया. 7. How many with 1 year of experience? About 10, 15, 16, 17. How many are more than one? Yeah, 1 or 2, okay. How are you different? Don't worry, I don't mean to put you on a spot. Sit. So, what do you put on your resume? Yes.
Jai Hind sir, we can put on the CV what the company wants or what we offer to the company.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be in love with yourself so much that you just want to put what you want to tell the world. Understand your audience and think what are they looking for on your CV. Exactly. And it's not such an easy task. And I have not come across most places, most MBA colleges do a very bad work at guiding their students on CV preparation. They have a set format. इधर ये डालना है, इतना होना चाहिए, इतना लोगों का साइज इतना होना चाहिए. Content is extremely poor on MBA CVs. It's shocking. And that's part of the reason why people don't even get an interview. In fact, I have stopped looking at CVs for the same reason. If I have to hire for myself, I'll look at aptitude first and GK. And then what next? What can you change aptitude by the time interviews arrive? Can you do anything with aptitude? Yes, no, maybe. You can change aptitude. But you can start preparing for aptitude from today. You have about a year and a half. Aptitude is not going to be taught to you in classrooms. The onus is going to be entirely on yourselves. So what will you do for aptitude preparation? First thing is you have to stop doing something. It develops negative aptitude. Can anybody help me what that is? Stop watching reels. So instead of whenever you have the temptation to watch reels, solve problems. Who can do a speed, time, distance problem for me? Who is confident? None? You sure? Okay. खड़े हो जाओ. So car A takes 5 hours to go from point A to point B. Car B takes 3 hours to go from point A to point B. The distance in the speed is 20 kilometers per hour. So difference in the speed is 20 kilometers per hour. What is the total distance traveled by both the cars?
So the car A takes 5 hours to reach the destination.
Yeah.
And car B takes
3 hours.
3 hours. And the difference between their speed is 20 kilometers per hour.
Correct.
So
Yes. Please explain how you did it. No.
So like I calculate one takes 5 hours and another takes 3 hours, and there is a difference of 20 kilometers. So I calculated that like if one car goes 50 kilometers per hour in 3 hours, it will be 150 kilometers, and one car is going in 5 hours with 30 kilometers. So it will be like 150 kilometers again, and there is a 20 kilometer per hour difference in these.
Okay, good. Yeah, so this is a little difficult, no? It requires, and good, you did another thing. You solved for a problem. I didn't give enough data for this.
sir, it's like 30 kilometer the distance.
30?
Yes.
How?
Sir, the speed.
अरे 30 किलोमीटर कैसे होगा? हो ही नहीं सकता ना? हो सकता है 30 kilometers. So one car will have to go in negative speed then. और 30 kilometers नहीं हो सकता. हाँ. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. कोई बात नहीं. But here is where you have to make some assumptions. Okay, let me give you another problem. Now let's see who can help solve this. No, don't. It's not math. Well, it's math, but it's more logic. Business problem. Estimate the market for table tennis balls in Pune. Market size. What just happened? Estimate the market size for table tennis balls in Pune. How will you do it? Does anybody want to give it a shot? Yes.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Samarth Nathe. So, for estimating the market size of a table tennis ball, I will first research about the table tennis classes.
अभी करना है.
अभी करना है? No, sir. Sorry.
Okay, but let me give you another chance. What would you have researched?
The table tennis classes, which are held in the table tennis, wherever table tennis playground is available, room is available.
Okay. Anybody has any other approach? Yes, you've not spoken.
So first I will take out the population of Pune, that is 60 lakh approx. So
1 करोड़ हो गया भाई.
No, 6 crores.
6 crores?
नहीं
1 करोड़ हो गया.
तो नहीं, पहले पॉपुलेशन निकाल लेंगे फिर.
हाँ, 1 करोड़ है, 60 lakhs नहीं है.
Okay. So like 1/5 of it of the population plays tennis.
1/5.
About like young generation.
अच्छा estimate. हाँ, चल but I like the approach. हाँ, तो 1/5 नहीं है, मैं आपको बोलता हूँ नंबर. हाँ, आप पूछ. So 1/5 नहीं, लाख लोगों में ना 50 खेलते होंगे. तो कितना हुआ, कितने लोग हो गए?
So like 5,000
5,000। फिर आगे?
फिर आगे सर एक गेम अगर दो लोग खेलते हैं तो लाइक हुआ 2500।
When I say 5,000, so sit. You are on the right track, but when a question like this is asked to you, what does the interviewer seek? An accurate answer? No. Approach. Correct? So how do you think of the problem? Now you learn a lot of things in MBA through your various courses. The interviewer would be seeking how you apply those things without losing the simplicity of the approach. So the way I would do it, for example, let's see. I would think there are 3 different segments in which the table tennis balls will be consumed. One is tournaments, 2 is professional players, and 3 is people who play like free play, right? Yeah. So I'm going to ignore the free play segment because it's very difficult for us to estimate. It's going to be a very small fraction of the other 2 segments. So I'm going to focus on tournaments and professional players. Now, taking his approach, for every lakh there will be about 50 players, so about 5,000 players in Pune. Now let's assume, I'm assuming, and I'm going to put all of this when I do this in real business in an Excel sheet. So everything is parameterized, which means I can tweak any parameter basis actual results that I get from survey, market survey, which is not available during the interview situation, and I can replace that. But my best guess is 5,000 people right now. So 50 every lakh, but this 50 can be changed every lakh, and I assume that there is 1 table tennis ball consumed per professional player per day. And a professional player 6 days a week. 6 days into how many weeks a year? For sake of simplicity, I will take 50. So 300 days, so 300 balls per professional player. 300 into 5,000. What? 1,50,000? 15 lakhs? Sure. What is the right answer? How many zeros in after 5,000? 2 zeros. 2 zeros out of 5,000 is 5 lakhs there, so 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs of balls are consumed by professional players. Tournaments, let's assume there are 2 professional tournaments held every month, and there are 100 participants, boys and girls, included in those tournaments. So how many matches? Let's assume there are draws of 32, 64. How many matches in a 64 draw match? How will you calculate? What is the draw of 64? 32. तो फर्स्ट राउंड हो गया, सेकेंड राउंड में 32 लोग, तो 16 मैच प्लस नेक्स्ट मैच 8 प्लस 4 प्लस 2 प्लस how many? 63 matches. So 63 and girls का भी 63. 126. Sake of simplicity we make it 120. 2-4 लोग नहीं आते ना हर टूर्नामेंट में. 120. And how many tournaments we estimated? 24. 24 into 120. Yeah. 2880. How many balls per match? New balls? 2? Anybody's played? I have not played TT. I don't really know. But 2. Let's assume 2. 5760. Hardly any number. 15 lakh is a much greater number, right? So, okay. So, we assume 15 lakh. Price of one ball? I don't know. 50 rupees? 15 to 15 lakhs? 7.5 what? Crores. That's the size of the market in Pune. Get used to solving these kind of problems. This is aptitude. Very good. फाइनेंस में जा रहे हो? अच्छा है, बट सेल्स में भी अच्छा कर सकते हो. डोंट फॉरगेट दैट. Okay. Other problem with consuming too much reels is you know a lot about Sia Goyal and Ketan Agarwal, but you know very little about FTA with UK. What is FTA? Yeah, so क्या provisions है उसमें? कुछ नहीं पता. You don't owe it to me, you owe it to yourself if you've enrolled for this course, even with half your heart, that you now put your whole heart and get out of this course what is required to make a great career. Whether you want to be a sales professional, HR professional, finance professional, business analytics, your business acumen as well as your general knowledge is going to be the key differentiator. Otherwise, we are a country of 1.4 billion and counting. When the between the time that I started saying 1.4 billion and counting, there were already 2 or 3 children born in this country. There is no differentiator for human beings without knowledge. I hope it gives you an idea of the competition that you are going to. How many MBA? What is the size of MBA population coming out of Pune every year? Can anybody estimate? Faculty may already know this, but can you guys estimate? No. I don't need the answer. I need the approach. How many MBA colleges do you think there are? 100? I don't know. But 100 seems a little bit off, no? 25, give or take? Batch size? I've heard of atrocious batch sizes, like Indra has like 1,000 people, correct, right? And Siaghad has, although Siaghad is in trouble, has some another 2,000 people. PIBM has so many, and let's take give or take 600 people. 25 into 600? 15,000. Do you think there are enough jobs? Do you think, and what happens to career trajectory? Aage? Triangle. What? Pyramid. So it means lesser and lesser people can progress. So who will progress? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Are you the guy who's sure shot going to pass the muster at every single level? That's placement, jobs and careers in nutshell for you. Okay, next question. Yes. But you guys also ask questions, yeah?
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Rohan. Not too while ago, you mentioned that you are a headhunter. Alright, so can you tell me the difference between what an HR in a corporate firm like TCS is doing, what exactly is an HR consultant in a firm like Eon Habit is doing, because he is being paid 10 times more than that almost, or at least 5-6 times.
Who told you?
I have a cousin who went to XLRI and she got into Eon Habit and she is making good money.
But is she headhunting in Eon?
No, she's just into Eon Habit, into HR consulting.
Acha,
and what is
what is?
What is a headhunter actually?
हाँ. Okay. So headhunting is a specialized function where you look for mid and senior level talent in accordance with a client's requirement. The client is essentially a company, and this what we do is we work across industries. So help companies find this a set of people who fit their specific requirement in terms of experience, in terms of competencies, um, in terms of also compensation, and hope that we are able to close the negotiation as well to ensure that the company has a candidate to join that. Now we are very different from what a HR does. HR is a generalist. HR inside a company is a generalist. They do a lot of things, including recruitment, but don't necessarily do the kind of positions that come to us. One, we work on strategic positions, which means where company by choice do not want somebody internally to work on that. Two, we work on positions which are very difficult to fulfill. So the HR will not have the competencies or the subject matter depth to actually be able to do the kind of work that we do. And three, they may not even have the bandwidth to do it, because what we do is requires a lot of time, lot of in-depth research to find that one elusive candidate. HR on the other hand has other functions as well, which include onboarding of employees within the recruitment, offboarding of employees, but also employee engagement, training, that L&D, yeah, so many others, right? Comp and Ben, performance management, the larger talent management. So that's a generalist function. What we do is specialist, and of course there are other companies in the larger HR consulting space which are who are other than headhunters or executive search. They are people who advise companies on how to create org structures, how to develop succession plans, and many other such restructuring of organizations, what kind of compensation they should be paying. Aon Hewitt, for example, falls in some of those spaces. Does that answer your question? More questions? I want to take a question from this side. Yes, please.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Neha Tiwari. As we know, LinkedIn is a platform, professional platform. What are the mistakes we usually do in LinkedIn, and how we can make attractive LinkedIn platform so that a recruiter can see and see us?
Okay. Well, I am not the best person to answer this. I'll just give you a few pointers. LinkedIn is not Facebook or Instagram. Firstly, keep that in mind. It's a professional platform. Keep it professional, and that's number one. Number two, share something which is really worth sharing. LinkedIn is also not a platform to make unnecessary noise. Yeah, because these is by the sheer content of what is being shared on LinkedIn, people are making a case for not being considered than being considered. At the same time, don't be too conservative in not putting out things. Don't put company confidential information on LinkedIn. Put information that puts you in a good light without divulging anything proprietary about projects, about work that you're doing, etc. And connect with people of interest in companies of interest. Connect with alumni from IIEBM. So those are some of the things I would advise. Have a nice professional photograph and a good description of yourself and your work experience, education, etc. up on LinkedIn. Have it populated. Don't have a skeletal profile. These are some of my tips. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with him first, and then you'll go next, please. Yes.
Jai Hind, sir. I am Aditya. So, sir, what are the qualities or the things that the HR recruiter or the interviewer see in the potential employee, that this is the potential employee, and recruit them?
Okay. So there's no one answer that fits all. I'm going to talk about two segments. One is freshers, and two is generally experienced candidates. The main difference between a fresher and an experienced candidate, when a company is recruiting a fresher, they are recruiting for potential. when a company is recruiting a lateral with experience, they are recruiting for performance. So as a fresher, it's okay for you to not have experience because you're a fresher, of course. But what you need to have is competencies. What you need to have is knowledge about at least your MBA course or your undergrad course. Anything you put on your CV, you should be able to represent that very well. So for example, if you say, I like cooking, now I'm going to ask you, what do you like? What do you cook? How do you cook that? What does that go well with? Somebody says, I have represented my school in such and such sport. I'm going to ask that person a lot of questions about that. So if you have done something casual, time pass, run of the mill, don't put it on your CV. I love reading books. Or I mean, anybody puts that on the CV, he'll have to tell me which books, which author, what kind of genre. So I'm going to look at, and of course, discipline. If you have not gone through, firstly, if you arrive at the interview late, doesn't matter if it was raining or Halley's Comet struck Earth, you cannot be late for an interview. Which is why I said IIEBM discipline, great. I mean, one of the best things that you can get from this place. Don't complain for a day that you have to wear a tie and turn up with crease-free, spotless uniforms. That's one of the best things that the college can do for you. Even IIMs don't have that. So you're privileged to go through the pain of discipline. Second, if you've not prepared about the job, you've not gone through the CV, you're immediate reject. If you don't know about the company, you've not done in-depth research, you're an immediate reject. But somebody who's done all of that, I as a recruiter will say, okay, this guy knows, and this guy really wants, has hunger. Those are the reasons I'll recruit a fresher. I don't want another face or a warm body to fill a chair, right? I want somebody who can, in fact, in freshers, I look for people who can take up my job eventually. So, does that answer your question? All these, I just mentioned like a laundry list of qualities. What leadership are you going to demonstrate to me? Communication is not leadership. Communication is your ability to communicate. Of course, that's important. But don't over-index on communication alone. This is not like you're not here only for becoming a radio jockey, right? You should have content also. Otherwise, there are a lot of people who are only using their jaws the whole day, but not a word of wisdom is coming out of them. I think most people have it wrong that you need to be like the most glib talker to crack a job. It helps to have good communication, but if you don't have content coming out of your mouth, then it's even worse. I would rather have a quiet guy who speaks very little, but when he speaks, tells exactly what needs to be spoken, than somebody who is just yapping the whole day, but I'm getting nothing out of that person. In fact, that person is far more counterproductive for the organization. So, yeah, I mean, this is coming from a decent communicator myself. I can give myself that much credit. Don't over-index on communication. That's not your passport for success in life. That's good to have, great to have. But without content, it means a very noisy person. Yes.
Jain sir, my name is Vishrut Raghuvanshi, and my question to you is that suppose that I am a fresh sales recruit, and what are your advices so that I can make my space in the market, like not being aggressive but being assertive with it? Like my father always used to tell me that you have to be a sweet knife, what we call meethi chhuri in Hindi. You have to defeat your enemies, but not actually make them your enemy.
Yeah, learn about your clients, about the industry, about your product, about competition, so that when you say something, it's weighed from all angles before saying that. Like I said, knowledge will be extremely respected. The way you present that knowledge, if that's put across politely, without offending people, but without being also passive or apologetic about it. Saying something, you're looking the person in the eye, you're telling him, I know this. This is the data I have. This means this fits exactly where it. The price is great, the value it delivers is far greater, and you can't pull a fast one on me because without saying that. So you can hold your ground, and without knowledge you cannot hold your ground. Extremely important if you want to make a great sales guy, that you have tremendous subject matter expertise and keep learning from everywhere, and you take copious notes when you are in a sales meeting. You will be amazed when you read back your notes and feed them back in the CRM how much knowledge you would have collected over time. Sales is not just about talking, it's so much about listening. So much. I do it every day, so I have at least 3 meetings a day, 15 meetings a week.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Jai Hind sir, I am Sayukta Lande, and I also completed my engineering from electronics and telecommunication. So my question is how you shift yourself from the technical background to the management field.
I wish I would have always done electronics and telecommunications. That's the most beautiful subject on earth I've ever studied. Honestly, I wouldn't want to do anything different. So it just happened. Unfortunate, it's not by design that I'm here. Life brought me to management because I worked for a company called Infosys as a programmer, analyst. That was long time back. The work was far easier than electronics and telecommunication, and far more boring. And I didn't see a path to become CEO by just being a software engineer. So, and my roommate was studying for GMAT. I was in the US. My roommate was studying for GMAT. So I studied for GMAT along with him because he was waking up early and turning on the lights. I said, okay, I can't sleep when the lights on. I might as well study. And so it's not by design. If given a choice, if I go back in time, I would only do electronics and telecommunications.
So what are the challenges you face after moving to the management field?
No challenge. It's all easy. I mean, every day is a challenge in terms of delivering what people expect out of it, but it's all easy. Why should there be a challenge? I like to do my work. I mean, business has its challenges, but there's no. COVID is a challenge. Iran war is a challenge. Crisis before that, 2008 was a challenge. 2011 was a challenge. But other than that, personally, there's no challenge. Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, electronics and telecommunications is my first and only love as far as subject goes. So, if given a choice, I would go back and do only that.
Thank you, sir.
My question is, what is the biggest skill you notice from Indian MBA graduates compared to other countries?
Sorry, what is what?
What is the biggest skill gap you notice when you hire Indian MBA graduate?
Professionalism.
candidates? Professionalism.
Indian workforce.
You
Forget any graduate. I mean, the MBA and all is just a tag. The fact is that our fresh workforce is not professional.
So you mean there is no difference between other countries' graduates, education?
That doesn't matter. For me, it ends at professionalism. I'm not able to see beyond that.
Professionalism. But sir, what is the graph other countries are
Far
having?
better than us.
Far better. So
Because we are not
what-
professional.
We are not professional.
We are not professional while we are at the course. We are not professional after we join the workforce. I'm saying as an average, not people I work with. Well, some people I work with, and I ask them to leave. But yeah. But we are not professional. We are not disciplined. We don't value the opportunities that we have to do our jobs the way we are supposed to deliver on time with high quality.
Means education is not lagging us behind.
No, it's severely lagging.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have discipline, your education is severely lacking.
Okay. Thank you.
Education is not just what you read in the books, and that's a misconception. That's literacy. Education is how you turn up every day, how you behave in public, how you can be relied upon. So we have a large workforce of people who are literate, but very little education. In fact, I have very, very radical views about education. I think the first 5 years of our education should only be work, ethic, civic sense, and discipline. There's no need for math, science, even languages. There should be only how do you keep your classroom and surroundings clean, how do you walk in public, what do you do in public, how do you not use speakerphone and disturb others, how do you board a bus or a train or a flight, how do you speak to a person, getting up on time, doing things on time, keeping commitment. Only that should be taught in the first 5 years. Because if we do that, the rest of the lives of these people, we'll just be a miracle country then. Everybody will be highly qualified, in my book. We'll just produce gems. There's no dearth of IQ. And science, maths and all this is very easy. MBA, very, 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 very simple. There's nothing. I mean, unless you're going for a PhD from IIT or abroad from MIT, etc., there's no complexity in any kind of studies that we have. This obsession of just getting it done too fast without learning basic civic sense is a massive problem. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I'm short of words, it's a disaster, but it is. But at least you guys can avert it at your ends. Yes.
Jai Hind, sir. My name is Neha Tiwari. Actually, my question to you is specifically about sales. If a fresher who is entering to a sales, how they can overcome for the fear of rejection and stay motivated?
How do you swim?
Sorry, sir.
Do you swim?
No,
No. Why?
I don't know how to swim.
Exactly. Do you want to swim?
Maybe if I get the opportunity.
So how will you learn how to swim?
By practicing.
By first jumping into the pool.
Yeah.
Same for sales.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You cannot die wondering how sales is going to be. Go fail again. थोड़ा नाक मुंह में जाएगा पानी. अच्छा है.
Thank you, sir.
Have somebody to watch. If you're drowning, they'll pull you out. वापस जाओ. But the idea is to succeed. The idea is not to fail. If you think in sports, I don't know how many of you play sports, but in sports, if you focus on negative outcomes happen. If you focus on what you want to do, specific. So if I'm playing cricket, and what I want to do is hit this ball through between mid-off and covers, and that's all I'm thinking, most likely I'll do it. But if I think, what if I inside edge it? What if I outside edge it? What if? Then most likely a negative outcome will come through. Same in life. Focus on what you want to do. When you go into something, go wholehearted. If I keep wondering ये पानी ठंडा है क्या, थोड़ा पाँव डाल के देखते हैं, अरे आज नहीं, I'll never swim. You have to take a plunge and take the plunge with wholeheartedly. यार स्विमिंग तो सीखना है. Yeah. Are we on time? Oh, we are over time. Sorry. Okay, last questions. Because you guys have the next session and we don't want to spoil discipline.
As we know, all good leaders are avid readers. So can you suggest me some books in the same?
Yeah, I'm not a very avid reader, but yeah, I can suggest you books. Yeah, read this book called The Goal by Elihu Goldratt. It's a very good book to read while you're at MBA. It's a little more to do with supply chain, but if you get the theory of constraints thing, I think it's a very good thing to, you know, have with you for your management career. Okay, with that, I will end my talk. Thank you. It was a very interactive session. Hope you guys took something away.
So you may sit here.
What an insightful and enriching session that was. Sir, thank you for sharing your wealth of experience and perspective with all of us here today. We are deeply grateful for your time, your energy, and your generosity in sharing not just knowledge, but wisdom shaped by real world experience at the highest levels of your field. On behalf of everyone present, thank you once again, and we hope this is not the last time we have the privilege of learning from you. Thank you, everyone. Jai Hind.